Hey, what's up, netters? Welcome back to my channel. So as you probably guessed from the title, I'm doing my second paranormal story time because you guys enjoyed the first one so much. I have had a couple requests. Not going to say it's been highly requested, but you know, one or two people maybe have said that I should do another one. The problem that I face with people telling me I should do another paranormal story time is that I haven't exactly experienced all that much when it comes to the paranormal. The video, if you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below, explains my personal paranormal experience at my own house, and it all happened, it was all true. You can ask any one of my family members, not that you probably will ever come into contact with them, but they are there and they will validate what I have said. I got a comment on that video that says, I really enjoyed this video, you should do more. And I know that if I watched a channel, because I love watching paranormal storytime videos, just a quick disclaimer, and I know that if I liked a video, I'd want that creator to do more of that. So I sat there and I racked my little brain until I completely had like an epiphany, and I remembered this paranormal segment of my life was juxtaposing this paranormal experience I was experiencing in the house. And because I was experiencing this in my own home, I was very, very into the paranormal. I used to watch a lot of ghost hunting on the TV, and it helped because all my friends were into it as well, so we kind of bounced off each other. We were like, yeah, this is so awesome, we love the paranormal, yeah. We went through that period when we were about 12, 13. So this story time is going to be about something that I have experienced personally, but it includes my best friend at the time, Carrie. I've got a bookshelf and I've got Carrie Fletcher's books on there, so it's the first name I saw. So I'll rename my best friend at the time. Her name was Carrie. Is Carrie to you people. Okay, let's jump straight into the story time. So there's two stories I'm going to tell you. The first one happened in my house. So you know, if you've seen the previous video, you know that some creepy ass shit was going on in my house. And me and Carrie were in this phase of our life where we were watching a lot of ghost hunting, and we had all like the specials on DVD. So we had like Ghost Hunting with Girls Aloud or Ghost Hunting with McFly, stuff like that. So what we'd do is every time we had a sleepover, we'd bring the DVD and we'd just basically get wrapped up in the duvet, get on one of our tellies and put it on, and then just sit there like scaring the crap out of ourselves. And so we were watching, I believe we were in my room, and we had just turned out all the lights and everything. You know, we weren't stupid, we didn't watch scary ass films, we just watched these documentaries because we were little weirdos that loved the paranormal. So we were all snuggled up watching Ghost Hunting with Girls Aloud. I think we were eating probably a lot of chocolate back when life was easy. And so we were watching the Ghost Hunting with Girls Aloud, and they'd just gone into a room and Yvette was there, and I think maybe the homeowner was there in the room with them going, oh yes, the history of this room, someone had this room and it was a place where people hanged themselves or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I don't know if that's what it was, but I believe it was a room where people committed suicide or people were hanged or something like that. So they nominate one of the girls to ask out if there's a presence in the room, you know, knock on the door or the wall or throw something, or they'll have a little pebble and they'll go pick the pebble up and throw it. I believe it was Nicola that said, is there anyone there? Whatever girl it was went, is there anyone here? Make yourself known, knock on the door, knock on the window, knock on the table, whatever. As she asked that, all the lights in the room went out, completely cut out. As that happened, we had a power cut. Like, I have never been so scared in my entire life. We literally screamed, we were like, ah! my mum comes in and she's like, what? And we're like, we were just watching Girls Aloud. And basically just explained everything to her, but like that, like, oh yeah. She's like, oh, don't be so silly, it's just a power cut. And yeah, I suppose, you know, people who debunk these things would just go, well, it was clearly only just a power cut. But it was so weird that it happened like exactly as the lights went out on the Ghost Hunting with Girls Aloud, and it literally was like they went out, then our house had a power cut, and it was corresponding with the time that Ghosty was in my house. Oh, it gave me the chills. Oh, but the next one I'm not too sure. Context. I was at Carrie's house for a sleepover. Around the same time we were watching Ghost Hunting, and I think I had managed to get a box set of Ghost Hunting with Yvette Fielding from a charity shop for like £2.50, but it was like a full-on box set. And so I took that over, and that was going to be the thing, but I went over about midday, I guess, so we were saving that till, you know, save that till it got dark, you know. So we were just chilling, and I think it was me, Carrie, and my other friend, which we will name Sarah. We'll name her Sarah. So it's me, Carrie and Sarah. So we were all just kind of messing around as you do at a sleepover. Interesting thing to note here is that Carrie's house was very old. And the reason that I say this is because she had explained to us in the past how she had heard footsteps when nobody was at home upstairs and she was downstairs. She'd heard creakings, which you could dismiss as just a house because it was so old and, you know, things creak in houses, but it wasn't just like normal creaks, you know. It clearly unsettled her because she brought it up. The footsteps and all of that combined, and you know, her house was pretty cold as well, so you know, all signs, all the paranormal alarm bells went off to 13-year-old me and Carrie and Sarah. So we were all just in her room messing around, you know, as you do at a sleepover. And we were like, oh, do you know what would be a really good idea if we kind of tried to contact the paranormal? Do not mess around with the paranormal. Everybody says it, don't do it. So me being me, I was like, oh, I'll do it. So I took it upon myself to go, oh, is there anyone there? You know, as in a jokey way as possible. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? If there is, make yourself known, blah, 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 blah. And nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. And I was like, right, well, you're full of crap. Your house is not haunted, clearly, because I've just, you know, done what Yvette Fielding told me to do and asked if there was someone here, and there was no one here, and no one knocked on the wall. And, you know, it never fails, because whenever she asks, something always knocks on the wall. You know, me being me at that time didn't realise that it was probably all set up, this show. Nevertheless, I still love it, and if it's on, I'll still watch it. It's important to note here the layout of Carrie's room. She had a single bed, and she had like dangly things on the ceiling, so like string catchers and papery twirly bits and stuff like that, you know, just like a typical 13-year-old girl's room, 12 or 13. I'm probably all wrong, it was probably earlier, but you know, just to make it kind of chilling, killing, pretty, aesthetics, woo! And so we were all just chilling, and I started, you know, being a twat and asking out loud, and there was about 10 minutes between when I asked out loud if there was a ghost present and to when I kind of moved, I guess, because there was a dangly thing just above me. So as I stepped, this is me, and this is dangly thing. As I stepped like this, it went like that. Like, it dropped. It wouldn't have hurt me, but when something like that drops, it would probably have just kind of fluttered down, I guess. I think it was a papery thing, it could have been something a bit heavier, but anyway, the speed in which it fell was faster than what it should have been. So it was just kind of like an impact, like it was like boom, not like felt like drifted. It was like, boom. And yeah, if I was stood under it, it probably wouldn't have killed me or really hurt. But the fact that it was like that particular one, and once it had happened, I turned to Carrie and my face was like, what? When that has, all of these things have been up since we moved. They have not fallen down once. That was stuck in the ceiling. That was not coming down, and it has come down, and we literally kind of were like, okay, let's not ask anything again, let's not do it. And I guess it was kind of a seeing is believing kind of deal. And do you know what, if someone tells me now that their house is haunted, I ain't taking any chances. I am not asking out loud. Like, it shook me to the core, basically. I experienced a lot as a kid, so I do believe that there is this kind of parallel, paranormal thing going on, and that people are clairvoyant and they can see things and, you know, see dead people and all that sixth sense crap. But yeah, so those are my little paranormal, those are my little like tiny paranormal stories. So if you want me to talk more about like paranormal stuff in general, then I'm happy to do research and talk about that. But these are just like little tiny anecdotes that were a bit strange and kind of shook me a little bit. But you know, the overall paranormal story time that I did will be linked down below. And I do believe in this kind of stuff, and I do watch Loey Lane, I watch Kendall Frey, the big YouTubers, the big boy YouTubers who talk about all the paranormal stuff, because it's fascinating. And why not? Why not spend my time getting lost in conspiracy theories and ghost stories and stuff like that? Why the hell not? If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And if you're feeling daring, turn on my little bell. You'll be notified every single time I make a new video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!